There's a party going on in the city. Loud music, dancing somewhere out there. Well then, hunters, fishermen, gamekeepers, rangers, and all nature lovers, welcome. It's Saturday, September 27th, 7:36 p.m. I've rushed up into the mountains to check my camera trap and do a few other things. And guess what? We've got some captures. The screen's a bit overexposed here, but I hope you can see it. A bear came by at 1:36 a.m. today. Hopefully, he'll return again soon. But the first visitor caught this time wasn't the bear. It was this massive boar. Interestingly, since the bear showed up, the sows with piglets have completely stopped visiting this clearing. They used to come here for the acorns I bring, which this big guy clearly loves. They've tried them too, but I guess they'd rather not risk meeting the bear. Only an old seasoned boar like this one is confident enough not to care that a predator roams nearby. The acorns are definitely to his taste. And here's the bear himself. You can see he's smaller than the boar, but still powerful enough to take down most hoofed animals. His fur glistens oddly, almost as if covered in tiny droplets, though it didn't rain that night. Maybe there was mountain dew? Who knows? It's curious how he keeps listening, lifting his nose to the sky. What is he trying to sense up there? Maybe some night birds caught his attention. Hard to tell. He seems really interested in this place. I'll tell you in advance, I decided to leave him a treat, bread with honey. You can see him rubbing his muzzle against the grass, either marking his scent or trying to pick up some new one for camouflage. Here's my plan. Hang a loaf of bread soaked in honey on a tree at about my head height, so I can estimate the bear's height when he stands on his hind legs. But that'll only work if he returns here again. All right, let's get started. First, I'm pouring out another batch of acorns for the boars. Maybe the sow and piglets will pluck up some courage and come back for the treat. Let's check if the camera trap actually records me. A few dance moves should do the trick. Now a chunk of rock salt goes right in the center of the frame, in case a roe deer or morel decides to drop by. Even horses might show up. That's happened before. So, I've got a fresh loaf of bread and some honey. Though honestly, the honey's not so fresh. Looks more like it's fermented a bit. I didn't taste it myself, so we'll let the bear be the judge of that. I'm soaking the bread with honey, hanging it on the tree, and we'll see how tall our bear really is compared to me. Let's just hope he comes back. He was definitely here last night. Let's do this. To make sure the bait stays put, I'm using wire, looping it over the branch and twisting it tight. Gotta stand on my toes to reach. Now, to secure the bread so it doesn't slip off, maybe a small stick as a stopper underneath will work. Hey bear, if you're around somewhere, better stay away for now. That's roughly how he'll approach and decide to taste the treat if my plan works. Now the honey. What a smell. Intense. Here it is, the bait. A gift for the bear. Fresh white bread and not so fresh honey. Probably fermented a bit. I'm leaving it all for him. Let's see if he likes it. And here's another batch of acorns for the boar and his buddies. Today, before dark, I decided to check how the camera trap's doing. It's been 4 days since I set it up. First thing, let's check if the bear came for the treat. Well, I have to say, unfortunately, no. The bread's untouched. What a pity. Now, let's see what the camera captured. Most likely only boars, maybe a roe deer if we're lucky. Let's see. Actually, no, we won't see anything. The batteries are dead. So the bear never showed up, even though I left him such a treat. A loaf of bread soaked with honey inside and out. I hoped he'd stand up on his hind legs and the camera would capture that moment. I hung the bait a bit higher than my head, almost 2 meters up. The camera's right there, but no bear yet. Maybe he won't come at all this year. Only that same old boar showed up again. Still only interested in acorns. He completely ignored the honey jar. Maybe the honey was wrong somehow? Tell me what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you again on the wild trails, my friends.